A furious storm engulfs Dragons peaks. Ash and snow swirl in a blinding dance. Erin of the Flames stands defiant on the cliff edge. Her crimson cloak, a vivid slash against the storm. The wind howls, a mournful cry echoing through the desolate peaks.
Below her, the valley of fireless graves stretches into the stormy distance. Erin's silhouette is stark against the tempest, a solitary figure of determination. The storm mirrors the turmoil within her, a battle waged both inside and out. An ethereal voice echoes, laden with sorrow and an unshakable resolve. The space is undefined, yet the weight of history hangs heavy in the air.
Erin, Vio speaks, her voice a haunting whisper. Legend said the dragons died because men forgot their oaths.
Each word resonates, a solemn promise echoing through the void. I haven't forgotten, Erin vows, her voice ringing with determination. The echo fades, leaving behind a lingering sense of duty and impending destiny. High atop the Dragonspire peaks, Prince Howrick arrives, his golden cloak shimmering against the icy landscape. The biting wind whips around him, carrying whispers of ancient secrets and forgotten promises. His face is grim, hardened by the harsh journey and the weight of his royal burden. Howrick's eyes scan the horizon, seeking a sign amidst the endless expanse of snow and jagged peaks. The frost clings to his golden cloak, a chilling reminder of the stakes at hand. He stands resolute, a solitary figure against the formidable backdrop of the Dragonspire peaks. In the dimly lit space, Erin's silhouette is framed against a faint light, her expression lost in shadow. The weak light source casts long, distorted shadows, enhancing the mysterious atmosphere. Erin turns slightly, her eyes glinting in the dimness, a hint of defiance in her posture. Her voice echoes softly in the cavernous space. You shouldn't have followed me. The shadows deepen around her, concealing her true intentions as she awaits a response. In a stark, cold environment, Howrick stands firm, his expression a mix of determination and concern in the dim light. The scene is dimly lit, hinting at the depths of a cave or the ruins of an ancient, forgotten structure. Howrick's voice echoes in the cold air, a promise and a challenge. And let you fall to your death in a myth? Someone must keep the last mad night from freezing, he declares, a resolve hardening his gaze. In stark light, Erin stands resolute, conviction blazing in their eyes. Tension fills the air. The air crackles with unspoken purpose as Erin prepares to reveal their plan. This isn't madness, Erin declares, voice ringing with unwavering certainty. Erin's eyes shine, fueled by an unshakable belief. It's destiny. In the heart of the war room, Howrick's stern gaze sweeps over maps and charts, the air heavy with the scent of impending war. Howrick stands firm, his expression carved from granite, as he faces the daunting task ahead. The strategy table is a battlefield of its own, littered with plans and possible outcomes. Destiny won't stop Morath's army, Howrick declares, his voice resonating with grim determination. We need soldiers, not fairy tales, he insists, his words a stark challenge to the whispers of hope. Erin approaches the ancient runestone, its weathered surface hinting at forgotten power. As her hand touches the cold stone, an ethereal light ignites the ancient runes. The runes flicker with newfound energy, casting eerie shadows across the landscape. Magic stirs around Erin, a silent promise, echoing from the depths of the past. In a space undefined, stark and bare, a singular phrase cuts through the silence, hanging heavy in the air. The statement's simplicity belies its profound weight, a challenge echoing in the unknown. Erin's voice, clear and resolute, shatters the quietude with a demand both strange and absolute. Her eyes reflect a fierce determination, a will unyielding in the face of the impossible. We need dragons, Erin declares, the words resonating with a desperate, urgent plea. The echo of her words lingers, promising a journey fraught with peril and wonder. Eren and Halric venture into the Valley of Fireless Graves, their figures small against the desolate expanse. The air shimmers with the ghostly remnants of forgotten magic, a palpable energy that distorts the horizon. Scattered across the barren landscape, colossal dragon bones serve as silent monuments. Each step kicks up dust that swirls around their boots, the silence broken only by the wind. Eren scans the horizon, her eyes narrowed against the harsh sunlight, a sense of foreboding in her gaze. Halric clutches his weapon, the weight of the valley's history pressing down on him. Towering mountain walls bear the marks of time, ancient sigils etched deep as if whispering forgotten tales. The stone face rises, scarred with symbols, an indecipherable language lost to the ages. Each glyph, a ghost of history, a silent testament to a civilization swallowed by time. The mountain stands sentinel, its stony facade a canvas of secrets, defying understanding. Dust motes swirl in the silence of an unknown place, faint light revealing cracks in ancient stone. Eren stands alone, a solitary figure facing a dormant, ancient being. The air is heavy with anticipation, the fate of ages hanging in the balance. Eren's voice echoes, breaking the silence. Forthen of the flame, hear me. The oath endures, a desperate plea to awaken a sleeping power. Rise, Eren commands, the word resonating with hope and a hint of desperation. The earth convulses, a violent tremor shaking the very foundations of the world. A jagged fissure erupts, tearing through the landscape with brutal force. Molten light spills forth, an angry orange illuminating the earth's raw wound. The air crackles with heat as the fissure expands, a terrifying display of nature's fury. Complete darkness, an oppressive silence hangs heavy, broken only by the void. From the abyss, a disembodied voice echoes, ancient and powerful. Vorthen, VO, calls out into the empty expanse, a question laced with betrayal. Who calls the flame that betrayed its master? The words resonate, shaking the very foundations of nothingness. In the cavern's inky blackness, a colossal shape stirs, hinting at immense power and ancient secrets. Glimmers of gold and ember suggest scales, catching the faint light and revealing a monstrous form. Two eyes, like burning suns, snap open, piercing the gloom with an intensity that scorches the soul. The cavern holds its breath as the ancient entity awakens, its gaze promising untold destruction. Darkness grips an unknown location. Shadows flicker across ancient stone, whispering forgotten tales. From the gloom, a cloaked figure emerges, mystery clinging to her like a second skin. This is Eren. Eren's voice echoes, a blend of sorrow and urgent power, resonating through the silent space. I am Eren of the Flames, last of your bonded blood, she declares, her words cutting through the dark. Her plea hangs in the air. The world burns again. We need your fire. In shadows, Vorthen stands, an imposing figure in an undefined space, heavy with history. The air crackles with resentment, the dim light barely revealing the chamber's secrets. Vorthen's voice echoes, laced with ancient sorrow and rage. Men broke the pact. Men slew my kin. Why should I rise for your kind again? The air crackles with palpable tension, shadows twisting ominously across the walls of the unknown location. A sense of unseen threat pervades, the atmosphere thick with foreboding and unspoken fears. Halric's grim expression reflects the weight of his words. Because the same darkness that killed them now comes for us all, Halric warns, his voice echoing in the tense space. If we fall, your mountains will burn next, he declares, a stark prophecy hanging heavy in the air. In a mysterious place, Vorthen stands, his ancient face a map of countless years. Vorthen's gaze, intense and knowing, fixes upon an unseen subject. His eyes, like pools of deep time, seem to penetrate the very soul. A declaration hangs in the air, heavy with destiny. "You carry the blood of kings," Vorthen proclaims, his words echoing with power. In the dim unknown, tension suffocates. Every shadow a silent threat. Vorthen stands, an imposing figure defined by the stark shadows. His jaw set, a rigid line of power and grim resolve. "Oaths are wind, the pact demands blood," Vorthen declares, his voice resonating with chilling conviction. Erin's determination hardens in her eyes, a storm gathering behind her unwavering gaze. With a swift motion, she draws her dagger, the polished steel gleaming, ready for action. The light catches the sharp edge of the blade, reflecting her unwavering resolve. Her grip tightens on the dagger's hilt, preparing for the challenge ahead. "I will give it," Erin declares, her voice ringing with conviction and defiance. The dagger becomes an extension of her will, a promise of strength and sacrifice. A tense silence fills the dim space, heavy with unspoken intentions and the weight of an ancient accord. Shadows dance, hinting at the monumental decision about to unfold between humans and dragons. Halric steps forward, his expression resolute amidst the dimness, breaking the silence with firm words. "No, if the pact is to bind man and dragon, it must be man who bleeds," Halric declares, a challenge in his tone. Halric's wounded hand trembles as he presses it against the ancient runestone. Crimson blood flows, mingling with Erin's essence on the cold stone. A sudden surge of power courses through the runes, awakening their dormant energy. The runes ignite with blinding light. An ancient magic unleashed. Fire engulfs the cavern, casting long, dancing shadows on the rugged stone walls. Vorthen rises, a colossal figure against the inferno, its scales shimmering like 1,000 burning embers. A deafening roar echoes through the cavern as Vorthen throws its head back in rage and power. Vorthen's massive wings unfurl, blotting out the light and filling the cavern with a whirlwind of heat. The air crackles with energy as Vorthen prepares to unleash its fury, a primal force unleashed. Every muscle in Vorthen's body tenses, ready to strike, promising destruction and chaos. In an unknown location, Vorthen stands, his face a canvas of unwavering resolve, the air shimmering with latent power. Energy crackles visibly around him, a storm of unseen forces gathering at his command. His eyes blaze with ancient knowledge, reflecting the weight of the words he is about to utter. Vorthen's voice booms, resonating with the power of ages. "So be it. The pact is renewed." The air vibrates as he seals the bond. "Dragon and man shall rise together." Erin and Halric step out of the cavern's mouth, blinking against the encroaching dawn. The Dragonspire peaks loom majestically, their jagged silhouettes cutting into the awakening sky. As the sun ascends, the sky transforms into a canvas awash with vibrant strokes of gold. The air is crisp and cold, carrying the scent of pine and the promise of a new day. A sense of hope and trepidation hangs in the air as they gaze out at the world before them. Above the world, the sky awaits, an empty canvas ready for a spectacle unseen for a century. A shadow falls, growing larger, darker, more magnificent than any storm cloud. The world looks up in awe as the dragon's wings unfurl, vast and ancient, against the sky. The heavens themselves seem to hold their breath at this majestic return, a legend reborn. The air crackles with tension. The fate of kingdoms rests on a knife's edge. Halric stands, his face etched with a fragile blend of hope and gnawing doubt. His voice, a low tremor in the heavy silence, breaks the stillness. "Do you think the other kingdoms will believe?" Halric asks, his words hanging in the balance. An unnerving silence fills the undefined space, heavy with unspoken tension and anticipation. The air is thick with an unseen force, hinting at the imminent release of fire. The scene remains undefined, enhancing the palpable sense of mystery and dread. In the stark emptiness, the promise of fire looms, ready to ignite the unknown. Erin's voice cuts through the silence, a chilling prophecy. They will when they see the fire. From high above, a serene valley stretches out, unaware of the encroaching darkness. A sinister black haze begins to crawl across the horizon, an ominous sign of impending doom. The black haze is the telltale sign of the advancing legions of Morath. The darkness spreads, swallowing the light and signaling the valley's descent into chaos. Against the Dragonspire peaks, Eren and Halric stand in stark silhouette, their figures outlined by the harsh, unforgiving light. Their gazes are locked on the distant horizon, where destiny and danger converge. A palpable tension hangs heavy between them, a silent acknowledgement of the trials ahead. Eren's face is etched with grim resolve, her jaw set against the coming storm. Halric's eyes reflect unwavering determination, a promise of courage in the face of adversity. Together, they stand as a bulwark, ready to confront whatever lies beyond the jagged peaks. Inside Elden Castle, anxious voices fill the council chambers, a symphony of hushed dread echoing through the hall. Advisors in rich robes debate fiercely, their gestures wild, each movement a reflection of the looming fear. The air is thick with uncertainty, a palpable tension hanging heavy as the shadow of Morath descends. Each face is etched with concern, a silent testament to the impending doom that threatens Eldan's very foundation. Inside Elden Castle, the air is thick with anticipation. A grand entrance heralds the arrival of Halric. His commanding presence immediately fills the space. Every eye turns, drawn to his powerful aura. The castle holds its breath, awaiting his command. Halric surveys his domain, a king among men. Halric stands tall, his expression firm, a beacon of resolve amidst the dire circumstances. His quiet confidence fills the room, a stark contrast to the palpable tension. A glimmer of hope sparks in his eyes, promising a hidden advantage. "We are not defenseless," Halric declares, his voice resonating with unwavering determination. "We have an ally they will not expect," he reveals, hinting at a secret weapon. Above Eldan, Vorthen descends, a colossal figure against the bright sky, casting an ominous shadow over the kingdom. His silhouette darkens the streets, triggering a ripple of fear and awe among the citizens below. Faces turn upwards, a mixture of wonder and dread etched upon them as they witness Vorthen's imposing arrival. A hush falls over Elden as Vorthen's shadow crawls across the land, each building and person touched by his presence. Whispers turn to gasps as the kingdom braces itself, anticipating Vorthen's next move with bated breath. Across the eastern kingdoms, an endless tide of black legions marches, their approach heralded by smoke and shadow. Villages become pyres, the sky stained a dismal gray as the undead sweep through the land. The air crackles with dark energy, a palpable sense of dread spreading with the smoke. Each step of the legions is a death knell, an echo of despair in the ravaged kingdoms. The blue sky fades, replaced by a canvas of ash, a testament to the encroaching darkness. On a desolate battlefield, a small band of soldiers stands defiant, their faces grim against the approaching legions. The clash of steel echoes as the soldiers brace for the inevitable onslaught, their resolve unwavering. A desperate fight ensues, each soldier a beacon of courage against the encroaching darkness. The legions surge forward, an unstoppable tide threatening to engulf the brave defenders. Against overwhelming odds, the soldiers make their final stand, their sacrifice a testament to their valor. From the sky, a shadow looms, darkening the battlefield below. Vorthen descends, a figure of immense power against the endless sky. The air crackles with anticipation as Vorthen prepares to unleash his fury. A torrent of fire erupts from Vorthen, searing the heavens and raining down upon the field. The battlefield is engulfed in flames, a testament to Vorthen's destructive might. The battlefield shifts. Exhausted soldiers find new strength, hope igniting their weary faces. Cheers erupt, a wave of sound across the blood-soaked ground, signaling a turning point. Soaring above, the dragon becomes a beacon, its majestic presence galvanizing the troops. Heartened by the dragon's might, the soldiers rally, ready to seize victory from chaos. Under the cloak of night, Morath's camp lies silent, a hidden vantage point from which he watches the unfolding battle. Unseen and cloaked in shadow, Morath observes the distant conflict, his presence a silent, looming threat. A subtle shift betrays his dark power, his eyes glowing with an eerie, necromantic energy. The glow in his eyes intensifies as he silently orchestrates chaos, a master puppeteer pulling strings from afar. Within Eldon Castle, shadows flicker across ancient stone, torches casting an eerie glow on the silent chamber. The air hangs heavy with unspoken fears, each breath a whisper in the dimly lit hall. Aaron's face is a canvas of worry, etched deeply by the night's unfolding events. Howrick stands opposite, his own features mirroring Aaron's concern, a silent pact of dread. Torches crackle, their light playing across their faces, highlighting the gravity of their shared burden. In the heart of Eldon, two figures stand against the encroaching darkness, their resolve tested by unseen threats. In the dimly lit room, shadows play across the walls, hinting at hidden dangers. Erin stands tall amidst the gloom, her expression a mask of grim determination. A heavy sense of foreboding permeates the air, a prelude to battles on the horizon. Her eyes reflect a steely resolve, undeterred by the darkness around her. "This is only the beginning," Erin declares, her voice resonating with conviction. "Morath will not be easily defeated," she warns, a chilling promise hanging in the air. Erin and Howrick lead their scouting party deep into the forest, the sunlight barely reaching through the dense canopy. Shadows dance, obscuring hidden dangers as they cautiously tread along the narrow, winding paths. A sudden rustle breaks the silence, and the scouts raise their weapons, alert and wary. Undead scouts emerge from behind the trees, their eyes glowing with malevolent intent. Decaying forms lunge forward, their grotesque figures a horrifying threat in the tranquil forest. Amidst the dense trees, a fierce battle erupts, the clash of steel echoing through the ancient forest. Erin, a warrior of unmatched skill, brandishes Ignivar, her movements swift and deadly. With each swing, her dragon mark flares with intense light, a beacon of power in the shadowed woods. The forest watches as Erin battles, her determination etched in every strike, a dance of defiance against the odds. In the heart of the forest, Howrick battles fiercely, his sword a whirlwind of motion. Grim faces encircle him, a sea of enemies closing in with relentless determination. Despite his valiant efforts, the sheer number of foes begins to overwhelm him. A brutal blow strikes his arm, the impact sending a jolt of pain through him. Howrick stumbles, his face contorted in pain as the wound weakens his defense. The relentless assault continues, the forest echoing with the clash of steel and the grunts of struggle. Erin surges ahead, a whirlwind of motion against the encroaching undead. Each strike precise, each movement a dance of survival in the heart of the forest. The undead recoil, their advance faltering before her relentless assault. They retreat into the dense woods, shadows swallowing their forms. The sounds of pursuit diminish, fading echoes in the deepening gloom. Silence descends, heavy and expectant, as Erin stands vigilant. In the flickering torchlight, Erin cleans Howrick's wounds, her touch gentle against his pain. Shadows dance on the cave walls, mirroring the concern etched on Erin's face. Howrick's face contorts in pain, each wince a silent testament to his suffering. Unspoken words hang heavy in the air, a palpable tension filling the small cave. Howrick's eyes meet Erin's, a silent language of gratitude passing between them in the stark light. A profound debt hangs in the air, unspoken yet palpable, binding them together in this desolate place. "Thank you, Erin," Howrick says, his voice thick with emotion. "You saved my life." The weight of his words settles, a promise of loyalty etched in the silence that follows. In a dimly lit, stark room, tension hangs heavy. a silent testament to the ravages of war. Erin stands resolute, her face a canvas of determination shadowed by a deep, haunting vulnerability. Her eyes reflect the harsh realities, a story etched in every line of her weary face. "We need each other to survive this war," Erin declares, her voice a defiant whisper against the encroaching darkness. Before Morath's fortress, dark legions mass, their armor gleaming, a tide of shadows ready to break against the stone. Under the harsh sunlight, banners bearing Morath's mark flutter, a declaration of impending war. The air crackles with tension as the Black Legions prepare, their resolve a palpable force. Awaiting the signal, the fortress looms silent, defiant, as the Dark Army gathers for an all-out assault. Dragons soar in a vast sky, their shadows dancing over unseen lands below. Vorthen leads the aerial dance, his eyes sharp, keenly observing the enemy's distant maneuvers. Circling high above, each dragon is a sentinel, a silent guardian against the horizon. The sky becomes a canvas of watchful eyes, a silent promise of looming confrontation. Under the relentless sun, Elden's army advances, their polished armor reflecting a blinding determination. A sea of warriors, their faces set with grim resolve, moves inexorably towards the imposing fortress. Each step echoes with the weight of their mission, a symphony of impending conflict. The fortress looms, a silent challenge to the approaching wave of Elden's might. Two armies clash on the battlefield, a storm of steel and sorcery unleashing chaos. Swords scream, meeting in a shower of sparks as the battle's fury intensifies. Arcane energies explode, sending shockwaves that tear through the ranks. Dragons roar, their earth-shattering cries echoing above the carnage. Shadows of dragons fall upon the battlefield, darkening the brutal dance below. Erin and Halric surge forward, leading a desperate charge against the relentless undead horde on the blood-soaked battlefield. Steel rings against bone as swords clash, a desperate dance of life against death under a smoke-filled sky. Arrows streak through the air, finding their marks amidst the chaos, each shot a whispered prayer for survival. The ground is a tapestry of fallen warriors, a grim testament to the ferocity of the battle. Erin cuts down another undead warrior, her face grim and determined amidst the carnage. Halric roars a challenge, his sword a whirlwind of steel, inspiring the living to fight on against impossible odds. Vorthen stands amidst chaos, his power unleashed. Flames erupt, engulfing the battlefield. The legions are decimated, their ranks shattered by the fiery onslaught. Smoke and fire dominate the horizon, a testament to Vorthen's might. Before Morath's imposing fortress, Erin and Halric halt, their determination etched against the formidable structure. The fortress looms, a stark testament to dark power, its gates ajar, revealing the ominous path ahead. An undead champion emerges, its eyes burning with an unholy light, a silent challenge to the living. The champion stands as an impassable barrier, its decayed armor gleaming under the eerie sky. Erin and Halric exchange a resolute glance, steeling themselves for the inevitable confrontation. Before Morath's fortress, a fierce duel erupts, the clash of steel echoing against the stone walls. Erin and Halric stand shoulder to shoulder, their determination etched against their faces. The champion advances, a figure of immense strength and menacing presence. Blades meet with furious intensity, sparks flying as the duel intensifies. Each swing carries the weight of desperation, a battle against overwhelming odds. The fate of Erin and Halric hangs precariously in the balance, amidst the chaos of battle. Against the backdrop of Morath's formidable fortress, a fierce battle unfolds, with a clash of steel echoing through the stone walls. Erin, with unwavering resolve, strikes a decisive blow, the force of her attack visibly weakening the champion. The champion reels, armor dented and spirit faltering, as the tide of battle begins to shift. Sensing the opportune moment, Halric steps forward, his eyes gleaming with determination and a thirst for victory. With a final, earth-shattering strike, Halric delivers the ultimate blow, the impact resonating through the fortress grounds. The champion collapses, defeated, as Halric stands triumphant amidst the ruins, the fortress air thick with the scent of victory. Eren and Halric enter Morath's fortress, their footsteps echoing in the stone halls. Their expressions are set, a blend of resolve and grim anticipation. The fortress looms, a silent testament to the impending confrontation. Every shadow seems to whisper of the battle to come against Morath. Eren and Halric step into the imposing throne room, its vastness amplifying their resolve. Before them stands Morath, an unmistakable aura of dark energy radiating from him. The air crackles with unseen power, a silent testament to the impending confrontation. Eren's expression hardens, her gaze unwavering as she confronts the looming darkness. Halric stands beside her, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword, ready for battle. An unknown location, heavy with foreboding. The Dragonborn and Prince stand firm, a united front against encroaching darkness. Morath confronts them, his presence a chilling omen. Shadows twist, whispering of the doom to come. The air crackles with tension. A silent battle of wills waged under the watchful gaze of unseen forces. Morath's voice cuts through the stillness, a declaration of inevitable fate. You cannot stop what is coming. Determination flickers in the eyes of the Dragonborn and Prince, a refusal to yield despite the looming threat. The scene intensifies, a pivotal moment where hope and despair collide in the heart of the unknown. In the throne room, Morath's eyes blaze with dark energy, a storm gathering within him. He raises his hands, and shadows writhe and twist around him, responding to his command. Unleashing his necromantic powers, the very air crackles with unnatural energy. Darkness intensifies, swallowing the throne in an ominous embrace. The room pulses with raw power, a testament to Morath's terrifying abilities. In the grand throne room, Eren and Halric stand defiant, ready to face Morath. A fierce battle erupts. Eren and Halric fight with courage, their movements swift and desperate. Despite their bravery, shadows lengthen as Morath's overwhelming power begins to dominate. Eren and Halric struggle, their faces strained with exhaustion, the throne room echoing with their defiance. In the grand throne room, the air crackles with tension. Morath, eyes blazing with dark intent, raises his weapon high. The steel glints ominously under the throne room's dim light. Muscles tense, it prepares to deliver a final, devastating blow. A silent anticipation hangs heavy in the vast chamber. The fate of the kingdom rests on this single deadly moment. Chaos erupts as Vorthen crashes through the throne room's ceiling, a fiery spectacle against the regal backdrop. Debris rains down like hellfire as Morath stares up, framed by the shattered remnants of grandeur. Flames lick the edges of the throne, casting dancing shadows that heighten the terror. The throne room, once a symbol of power, is now a scene of explosive destruction. Vorthen descends, amidst the inferno, a figure of wrath and vengeance incarnate. The throne room is rocked by a violent tremor, dust and debris cascading as the fortress groans under immense pressure. Eren and Halric exchange a look of sheer terror, their faces illuminated by the ominous glow before they flee. Morath remains, a solitary figure amidst the chaos, standing defiant against the dragon's fury. The air crackles with raw, untamed energy as shadows stretch and twist, deepening the sense of impending doom. The fortress crumbles further, a testament to the dragon's wrath, as Morath braces for the inevitable confrontation. Morath's once imposing fortress is engulfed in flames, a crumbling inferno against the stark daylight. Flames lick hungrily at the sky, casting long dancing shadows across the ravaged landscape. The Black Legions, symbols of unwavering power, scatter in disarray amidst the fiery chaos. Dark armor reflects the inferno's glow, mirroring the destruction consuming everything around them. A landscape of ruin and despair unfolds, the fortress a pyre to fallen glory. The Elden army roars in triumph, their faces radiant with victory as banners bearing their sigil flutter proudly in the wind. Underfoot, the trampled flags of Morath serve as a grim reminder of the fierce battle now concluded. The battlefield is scarred, the earth torn, a testament to the brutal war that has raged. Yet, on this day, the Eldon stand unyielding, their victory echoing across the ravaged landscape. The war against Morath reaches a pivotal turning point, the Eldon's triumph signaling a shift in the tides of fate. On Drakenspire peaks, Eren and Halrik stand in awe, their faces tilted towards the vast, endless sky above. Dragons dance in the heavens, their silhouettes etched against the brilliant daylight. The majestic creatures soar effortlessly, painting fleeting patterns across the azure canvas. A silent understanding passes between Eren and Halrik, bound by the spectacle of dragons. Sunlight floods the unknown location, illuminating dust in the air. A profound sense of relief permeates the space. The heavy air hints at a resolution, the quiet aftermath of an unspoken, significant achievement. Halrik's face, etched with exhaustion, softens with a glimmer of hope as he looks towards Eren. His voice, raspy yet filled with emotion, breaks the silence. "We did it, Eren." A shared glance of understanding and triumph passes between them, forged in the crucible of their shared ordeal. Halrik's final whisper echoes in the stillness. "We renewed the pact." A palpable tension fills the air. The room, stark and bare, centers on Eren. Eren stands resolute, her gaze piercing through the quiet sanctuary. The weight of unspoken fears hangs heavy in the silence, enveloping Eren. "But the war is far from over," Eren declares, her voice echoing with grim certainty. A shadow of warning crosses Eren's face. Morath will return. At Drakenspire peaks, Eren and Halrik stand resolute against the vast, echoing sky. The wind howls around them, carrying whispers of the daunting journey ahead. Their silhouettes are stark against the skyline, burdened by Eldon's fate. In their shared gaze, a silent vow echoes across the formidable peaks. The weight of their quest is etched deeply into their determined faces. Hope flickers, a fragile flame against the imposing backdrop of Drakenspire.